All right, we hit the button, we do the thing, and we get the chicken wing. We are the Podguyz Podcast, bringing it to you live as we do every Monday, 10:15-ish. I'm Tony Cass.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, we have the ever-loving Picasso, the printer of the poker chip, the creator of the con artist, the Epicurean of delight, Le Sparky.
And Sparky's got his big board there for all of you that don't know about Sparky's big board. Whatever we're talking about, when you see Sparky have that brown side of the billboard there, he was just drawing what he has seen, witnessed. It normally comes with a punchline, sometimes makes you think, sometimes is a political statement of some sort. Because
it makes you wonder about life decisions altogether.
I mean, I wonder about every life decision when coming on here every week.
That's true.
And I feel great about it. Great.
Well, today we do have a fourth square. We are delighted to bring, of course, our guests into the world of sports with the Drew Tabor.
Woo! Drew Tabor!
Is it Tabor or Tabor? Am I right on Tabor?
No, Tabor's right.
Tabor, okay.
Tabor.
Most people don't get it right, so good.
All right. Maybe it's a little pinkyish. You're a Tabor.
Tabor.
Back in the UK, maybe not here.
You never know. Of course, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
So, where to start? I founded
I'm Drew, and I'm on a podcast.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I've only been doing this for a couple of months, but I started a sports bet hedging business. And you can go and subscribe and download the app, and you have everything I'm about to describe in your pocket, basically. So what hedging is you bet on opposite sides of a sports bet. So if it's a Super Bowl and the Seahawks are playing against the Patriots, it would be like you go to DraftKings, you bet on the Patriots, you go to FanDuel, you bet on the Seahawks, and no matter who wins, you win enough money to cover both of your bets. Which means you profit no matter what happens by betting on the opposites. It's called hedging. It's not a thing people are super familiar with, and so I'm getting the word out by going around to random podcasts and just talking to some cool people, spreading the good word, basically.
Now, this particular thing of hedging, of course, brings one against the other. Is there any particular thing that you do more as far as like sports versus sports? Or do you do like just basketball versus basketball or football versus football? Or do you cross the sports realm as well?
Yeah, so we do all sorts of different sports, football, basketball, baseball, whatever. It doesn't really matter with the strategy. Like you can use it on anything. Like prediction markets are getting real big. You can bet on all sorts of shit. Same financial principles apply. It's just
have you seen anything as far as the Olympics is concerned?
I've not actually.
No? Wow, that's surprising. That's surprising.
I mean, it's out there. I'm sure it's out there. Just we don't have Olympics data, so we don't see that. Not yet. Okay. Give me a little bit. I'll get the Olympics eventually.
Is that more of a shot in the dark, where you're just like, oh man, the United States is gonna win the gold in the United States hockey finals?
But it's not so much like it's not that it's harder to predict. It's just that you get a lot less like bang for your buck with doing all the data processing. Because if you do like the MLB, you hook up your data and everything, and you get like a fucking zillion games a year because they play fucking baseball games. And then the Olympics, like if you wire it up to do like skiing or something, like you get one event and that's it. So like from a
now, is there a minimum bet situation, or is it just like you have to bet to this amount in order to make this amount to cover for this amount?
You have to balance it, but like typically people aren't worried about like the minimum bet. They're worried about like what's the maximum they can bet.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty much as long as you do it right, you win no matter what happens. So like people are a lot more interested in the maximums usually. It's like if you can bet, you get like a 2% ROI, right? You put down $1,000, you make $20 in 10 seconds. They're like, yeah, how do I do that over and over and over?
Oh
And the
yeah.
sports books eventually catch on. Like they realize you're doing it, and then they make it so you can't bet $1,000 anymore. They'll only let you bet $10.
Uh,
And so then you
so
can do it same thing, but you only make 20 cents instead of $20.
so I guess my major question is like how long does this actually the app get you to a point where the sports betting things are shutting you down?
It depends how aggressively you go, but yeah, eventually, like if you're costing them too much money, they just ban you from the platform. Like
Oh yeah.
I've personally been banned from like 3 sports books at this point because they're like, Enough's enough," kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like you win basically. But yeah, then other ones they'll just let you go indefinitely, just betting $10 at a time.
Oh wow.
Certain
Yeah,
players don't care.
just throwing it out there. Men's USA hockey won in overtime, 3-on-3 hockey. Maybe don't have the dude take off the masks to show all the chipped teeth and fucked up face scenario. Just throwing it out there. Prop bets. How many teeth is the guy gonna have? Like, when do you know? When do you know you have a gambling problem? Because I would say,
You know when you see it.
well, you wouldn't though. You really wouldn't, because the one person that probably put the classiest look on gambling is Michael Jordan, and his attitude about gambling is just how arrogant and how seductive the addiction could possibly be. His father dies out of nowhere. He's in Atlantic City that same night. Very suspicious that somebody picks Michael Jordan's dad, right? Maybe sent a message that way. Michael Jordan gambled so much that in The Last Dance, we got to see him throw fucking quarters at a wall to see who can get it closer for $5,000. Holy shit.
Now that's living.
Now that's living. Gambling has always been a part of inherently a part of human behavior, okay? People are taking dollar bills and the serial code number on the dollar bills, playing it like poker. Have you heard of that or no?
Yeah, that's a new one to me.
Okay, so what they do is no. So say you have like 5 sevens on your dollar bill. Now you got 5 of a kind. See what I mean?
Okay.
So they'd bring out their best dollar, another person bring out their best dollar and deal it that way like poker. Fucked up. If you win the pile.
I mean,
That's an old coal. That's an old coal miner one.
Shit,
Yeah, there's a crazy thing where you can like buy specific dollars online now, even through like eBay or like whatever, that has the different serial numbers already built into it. Crazy.
Yeah. I had a funny gambling story from a buddy of mine on a bachelor party. We were down in New Orleans. We went to the casino. Him and this other guy, they win like $1,000 each. Or no, it was one of them won 1,500, one of them won 500 on video poker. The guy who won 500's like hammered, right? So he gets his bet slip. He holds out all his money. He goes over to the sports book kiosk. He bets all $500 on boxing. And then like I pass him like right after he does this. He's like, "Yeah, I just bet $500 on boxing." I was like, "Oh yeah, what'd you bet on?" He's like, "I don't remember." Just like is
Sometimes
gamble.
Now, Drew, sometimes I get to the point where I make a bunch of bets, right? $5, whatever, $10, something stupid, right? And when I'm about to check the bets, I don't even look for if I won. I want to know who fucked me over.
That's like in the parlays.
That's how I know.
Every time a parlay.
That's how I know. I'll give you the my favorite one of this week, right? And I mean, now Sparky's looking at his dollar bill playing poker right now. For those of you that are non-viewing audiences, Sparky is looking at that dollar bill.
You should have just drawn your own dollar.
That would have been something, right?
Yeah, that
So
would have been great.
here's NBA 5-leg parlay. Spurs to beat the Suns. They got it. Detroit Pistons to beat the Knicks. Got it there. Cavs minus 15.5 against the Brooklyn Nets. Now, what I call plus 15.5 on a pro game is bait. You think, no way they lose by 15.5. Yes way, every time. You got to be crazy. Don't take the bait. Atlanta Hawks at the Sixers. The Sixers are too floppity, and the Atlanta Hawks, no one told them their season's over. I like it. I like watching them. No one told them, though. That you could tell when they're about to lose, though. And then I had the Houston Rockets, minus 4.5. The Rockets, by the way, won.
Ballin'.
They won the game 105-101.
Nope.
Motherfucker. I could have turned $5 into 150.
Mm.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was 150. It was a plus 2141. So that was on February 19th. So I'm really close. Sometimes, which is great. Sometimes I get on a nice little, streak, and it's all about who I can trust and how they handle themselves on the road. Who's injured? Who's not injured? How do they play in colder weather when it comes to the NFL? Because Tua is awful. Tua is the worst quarterback of all time when it comes to any kind of cold weather.
I don't know if you got to worry about more Tua bets in the future.
I don't think so either. I'll bet it. You know what he's going to do? He's going to be a PGA golfer. That's probably good. He's been golfing in Miami whenever he gets a concussion. He remembers how to fucking golf, though. Oh, man. I see how it works. Who's your NFL team, though, Drew? Who's your NFL team?
Washington. We had one good year 2 years ago, and that was pretty much it in my lifetime.
The DC, the Commanders, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels. Well, how old are you, Drew?
33.
Man, 33. That's not bad.
I was off the 1991 title team by like 5 months.
Well, you guys have Jaden Daniels. If you've checked out his tape from LSU, it pops. There's popability. I still had plenty of faith in Caleb Williams. You can ask Tony. I drafted him for fantasy football. Everyone called me an idiot because who does that? Who does that?
You're right.
There's a lot of tape coming out there where he's like, making noises and shit. And you're like, man, I hope he doesn't break a nail. He's going to be pissed, because he's notorious for getting his nails done and all that nice stuff.
I heard a rumor. You remember LaShawn McCoy, if you guys are from Philly.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that every time, like when he was on the field, he's playing, every time he juked somebody, he would go, McCoy. Like that was what he would say while he juking.
I believe that.
Caleb Williams.
It's like too weird to be made up. Like, why would somebody pick that up?
Caleb Williams, it's almost like they use the same fucking skin tone with Caleb Williams and goddamn Karl Anthony Towns. They're basically the same guy with the same mannerism. Yeah. Oh my God.
So I have to ask, Drew, what's the craziest bet? Not to say the craziest bet, but like something that was so obscure that you were like, oh man, this is never going to work. But the numbers were like dead on for it.
So this is the one that got me kicked off of Fanatics. They had their line was mispriced. Something was supposed to be like a minus 300 favorite. And it was priced as a like plus 1,000 underdog. So I get it. I also use like a 50% profit boost on it.
Oh my God.
At the max. And like they honored the bet, but they were like, all right, no more.
Yeah, you're kind of done. Holy shit.
I got what should have been like a minus 300 for plus 1,000.
Wow. How much, not to say how much did you make off that, but how much was it? Crazy.
I think it was like $350.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought you were going like thousands in on it.
No. There's still
be like, oh shit, this is fucking magic.
Yeah,
but they're like, no, all right, a couple $100, so we can let it slide.
I don't remember exactly. It was some like obscure player prop, and I got it at like 10 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday or something. So the limits were still low. Like the max bet was only like $30.
Okay.
But yeah, that was still enough, evidently. They don't want winning players.
So, according to Google, if you happen to go in there and talk about stupid prop bets or even bets in sports history, they range from really absurd sports wagers, like a fan streaking to his own 750 plus bet, which I think he made like $370,000 off of his.
That's
Just
smart.
for
That's
streaking.
arbitrage. They don't want something to
How
happen
great
and
is
make
that?
it happen. I love it.
Oh my god! Yeah, it was never meant to be, but there he is. He's like, oh shit, I'm gonna bankroll this right into to six figures.
I just like how recently the NBA Adam Silver is kind of acting like he's been acting like a fan when setting rules, right? The anti-flopping rule was one, and they're like, "How are you gonna enforce it?" He's like, "I'm just gonna hate it."
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. Now the anti-tanking rule is coming in there.
There's a
Drew,
lot
you're
of
familiar
those.
with the anti-tanking rule. So therein
It was like
lies another question. How are you going to enforce it? I'm just going to hate it. It's going to be bad. It's going to be frowned upon.
Frowned upon.
Ooh, we will be frowning on you. I do like the way the NBA does the ping pongs. Feels fun. Feels energetic. They have to do it that way because there are 12 to 14 person roster sort of thing. So if you get the one guy that's there that that could change your franchise, it's worth just like driving the plane into the goddamn ground sort of thing. Where in the NFL, they just do it the way they do it because they're like, we're pretty sure the teams that are already awful are going to pick the wrong guy anyways because this is them.
Yep.
Right, the Browns. Are we right?
They get good players and they still suck. I don't know how
the Browns had an absolutely phenomenal draft this past draft, and it's almost like because of Deshaun Watson's weighted contract, they have to just keep drafting, amazing until his contract is gone. So you have a lot of contracts in the NFL. These guys get tons of money. There are so many instances where people believe the game is fixed. Drew, how do you stand on that as a professional bettor?
Our game's fixed? More than you would think. There's like, I went down a legal rabbit hole trying to figure out like where the line was basically with like all the ways you can bet and get an edge. Fixed games are like a big gray area, which sounds like usually you think of it as black and white, like the Jonte Porter thing, where it's like obviously he checked out, some guy won $100,000. Like that one's pretty open and shut. But there's a lot of stuff that's like, let's say you like are staffing a tennis tournament or something, and some guy who like just won the last tournament already has like checked out and has his plane ticket home, and he's like talking about that in the locker room, and you're the staffing guy who hears that, and then you're like, I'm gonna bet against this guy in round one, even though he's a huge favorite. Shit like that. It's like you don't get caught, and it's more of like insider trading than like having the match fixed. But like it's a bigger gray area than you think.
The I brought up earlier when we weren't even when we were live the missing of field goals or the non-missing of field goals when it doesn't matter at all. Give you an example. Your Washington, they were the Redskins at the time, Thanksgiving Day. Cowboys have a tendency to never cover on Thanksgiving Day. Okay, it's a thing. So Cowboys are up 24-17 with a plus 5.5 minus 5.5 spread for themselves. The Redskins, their name at the time, are like, hey, there's 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Let's take a field goal. You saw it, Sparky, right? What is that? Why?
It feels like it could be rigged.
Should the referee say, oh, no. No, this is mathematically impossible for you to win, so the points don't matter. Get out of here with that shit. End the game. Should they do that?
The refs? No, hell no. Keep the refs out of the game.
Keep the
Like,
refs out of the meddling?
yeah, but like the coach, like, why would you do that as a coach?
See,
I
therein
think
lies
Someone's
the
rigging it
problem.
as the coach, not the ref.
Because I think
Yeah.
that the coach would then say, maybe we're going to fake the field goal and go for the goddamn win.
Coach is the one calling the plays.
Offensive coordinator, maybe the players are collectively got together where the coach is like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Stop lining up like this. Stop. All right, well, they made it. I mean, great. Good effort.
That'd be hilarious to get some sideline footage of that.
My favorite was with Jameis Winston running up the score against the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons were so offended. Oh my God! If they only acted that offended throughout the first 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Oh, why are you running up the score on us? This isn't right. Running up the score is awesome. It teaches the other team not to suck. Okay,
Big
just
Indiana
my
fan?
opinion. What's that?
Said you big Indiana fan? I think
I'm
they
fine
won
with Indiana.
4 games by 50 points this year or something absurd.
The Pacers or the Colts?
No, college football, Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. Yeah. I mean, well, college football is tough to tell with the with their schedule compared to, if you're doing like if you're in like a squash match,
Uh,
you're not even on the same level sort of thing. So that kind of feels stupid. Where
see,
it's like,
that's,
hey
that's
guys,
the crazy thing. They beat all the good teams. They beat Ohio State. They beat Alabama.
they did, yeah.
Too.
Ohio State was really impressive. That was an impressive win right there. They're well. The Indiana's been Hoosiers have been put together in such a way where they got top tier talent. The NIT has been worked in such a way where I think the coach's name is Cognetti. Am I right? Something like that.
Signetti.
He's Signetti. He seems to have a give a shit attitude, and that's what every college needs. They need to believe that their coach gives a shit so much that they're forced to. Their hand is totally forced to care, and he brings that atmosphere on top of talent, organization, and just genuine. You can't pass on Indiana. These cornerbacks are so locked down. Bet the under on every wide receiver. It's insane. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're familiar with the term priced in, right? Those yards are probably already accounted for via bookies and mathematicians figuring that kind of stuff out. The Super Bowl, I didn't want the Seahawks to win. I'm just not a Sam Darnold fan. I feel like Sam Darnold nobody is. I mean, his parents don't even like him. They're like, shave your beard, But Sparky's got something on the big board there. Sparky, what do you got?
A lot of text.
Oh boy, 10 seconds left in the game. Okay, we're going for the fake. No, we're going for to fake the fake. No, we're going to do a double fake. Hey, coach, we're down by 30 points.
There's an old King of the Hill episode where I don't remember it exactly, but like Hank is coaching some little league football team or something, and he calls John Madden for whatever reason. In the cartoon, that makes sense, but it's like 3 to 5 seconds left in the game, and they're down by 3 points or whatever. He's like, John Madden, like, what should I do here? Like, punt the ball. They won't expect it. And then the credits come up, and it's like they punted the ball, and like the other team fumbled it, and they recovered it for a touchdown or something, and it worked out. Because of course it did.
Madden's a genius.
Punt the ball.
I'm a Dolphins fan, if you couldn't tell. The Dolphins are in what you call rebuilding mode. I wish commentators wouldn't call it rebuilding mode or anything like that. What they should say is, I don't know. It's kind of like a business, but everyone's so goddamn talented out there that they should be able to get their shit together a little bit. With Quinn Ewers Quinn Ewers.
No, I feel like this is a sad thing for Washington.
Yeah.
Because on paper they look great every year.
Injuries killed Washington.
Wizards are even worse.
Listen, injuries killed Washington off big time because. And who the fuck signs Von Miller at 39? That's a stupid idea. Stop giving him money. And I'm talking to you too, Buffalo Bills. You made him feel like he's relevant. Dude, his last good year was his last good year in the Rams. The end. Done with it. And then the Bills are like, we could use a Von Miller. Who are you? What's wrong with you? No, you can't. He gets out there. He gets fucking injured. Get a younger guy to play that position. Age is all right when it comes to being 34, 30, dude's 30, fucking 7. You're giving him how much money? A 4-year contract? Crazy. And the Commanders doubled down on that. Like, they just didn't use him right. He'll be a good locker room guy. Dude, he's going to play 2 games. He's going to play fucking couple series, and he's going to eat up all your cap space. The Deebo Samuel idea for your Commanders, didn't mind that. I did not mind that at all.
That's a great idea. Great idea.
He's a what's he gonna do wide receiver 2, okay? He with wide receiver 1 capabilities. So is he gonna run a short route? Is he gonna be the running back this time around? He's a Swiss Army knife of capabilities right there. Terry McLaurin, I would have told him to fucking walk. I would have been like, man, get the fuck going then. You think you got something?
Clavicle like freaking explodes out of his chest.
The one thing I loved right now is everyone gives Jerry Jones shit. And they're like, you don't know what you're doing. Somehow the guy knew enough to get Jimmy Johnson. Somehow the guy knew enough to get Deion Sanders. He said that was the missing piece to get a Super Bowl. They got a Super Bowl. Somehow this guy knew enough to get an undrafted Tony Romo, a little bit of cash to gain relevancy. Terrell Owens also was something that he kind of knew about along the way. Des Bryant's mom's a prostitute that affected his draft grade that he's like, you know what? I'm going to get him anyways. Somehow Jerry Jones ain't so fucking stupid to draft Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, and get this guy, okay? He's not as bad as the media calls him. There's probably a list of players just as bad as the ones that are good, but he's number 9 statistically ranked as far as GMs go, and as far as an owner goes, he's gotten Super Bowl wins, okay? He's gotten coaches.
Take him over Dan Snyder.
Anyone would take him over Dan Snyder. I would take him over Stephen Ross, the sit on your hands owner that somehow gets on a boat. Him, Tom Brady, Sean Payton, and Brian Flores get on a boat. How would you like to be invited on a boat ride where you're like, hey, dude, could you lose games for us? And here's money. There's your replacement coach right there, and we want Tom Brady. What a scumbag move. Jerry Jones, though, I'll give him all the credit in the world, man. He's entrenched himself in the life of football, and he has been very successful in it. The Giants can't say that shit. They got rid of Saquon Barkley. He wins a Super Bowl. They got rid of Daniel Jones. Somehow Shane Steichen, one of the best offensive minds in the NFL right now, gets him back going. But then Daniel Jones proves once again why he doesn't work in the NFL is because not only did he get hurt, he decided that his friends at Duke University fucking got this weird, like, what was it? Some protective rib covering thing, right? He's like, oh, it's amazing what they can do. Fuck you, man. Are you an idiot? He got injured that same next game after wearing that extra protection or whatever. And Anthony Richardson, will he ever be ready? He's not going to be ready. That's the thing. Anthony Richardson falls into the same category as like a Trey Lance. These guys don't have enough games under their belt. They don't have enough reps. They don't have enough experience. It's okay to put a J.J. McCarthy just won a national championship in there. Injuries happen. The kid's going to be fine. But you can't throw these other 2 guys in there just because one looked really good at the school that Josh Allen used to go to, and the other one throws such an effortless long ball, and then you're like, all right, man, throw the short ball now, and he fucking whips it in the dirt, and you're like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? How did you do that? Like dude, he could throw like 120 yards so fucking accurate, but then you're just like, all right, hand me that pen, and he stabs you with it. You're like, God, all right, we'll work on it. We will work on it. Oh, God, sort of thing. The Jaden Daniels better not get injured. You guys will be fine. You guys will be, The Patriots, no one saw them coming except like every injured team they had to play. So they literally had the easiest walkthrough schedule, and then they have to actually play another injured team. Technically, with Zach Charbonnet out for the Seahawks, Kenneth Walker becomes the MVP of the Super Bowl, and he immediately talks to the owner and GM about a contract extension. They're like, "Shut the fuck up." You need to not talk to us right now, MVP. Get up there. We're going to try to move you as quick as possible. He is one of the best running backs in the league right now, if not the best running back in the league right now. Arguably, Michigan State kid, too. When he was playing for Michigan State, I was watching him. I'm like, man, whoever picks him is going to be real happy. And Pete Carroll does not get any credit. He built the Seahawks up so much to the point, Drew, that he built the Seahawks up so much that when he got Geno Smith, they looked back at Pete Carroll's book and they were like, get an old Jets quarterback. Okay, Sam Darnold, and they got Sam Darnold. And that's a part of the Pete Carroll playbook. If you can just, take the next
Justin Fields anytime now.
It'll be happening. Wait for it. Well, Pete Carroll's, he gets fired after year one, just like every Raiders coach. Wait for a Clint Kubiak. You just wait for it, man. Clint Kubiak is a good offensive coordinator. I feel like the Raiders organization as a whole, you already have players there that have been through so many head coaches that no matter what the next head coach is going to say, every player is going to tone it the fuck out. And, some will pretend to listen, but others are there. They already know Brock Bowers on a contract year. They don't have a quarterback. They're going to draft Fernando Mendoza. That's going to happen. They have a running back that was told not to fucking stand up straight. And then, he's reading the defense. And Chip Kelly is the only person that takes a perfectly good item. And Chip Kelly is the only person that takes an engine out of a Toyota and throws no engine in there and says, well, I don't know why it's running. It's not my fault, though. I know that. What a scumbag Chip Kelly is. What a piece of shit. Both the Kelly brothers, by the way.
Now, Kevin, you bring up a really good point. I think the really good point is that there are six NFL head coaches on the chopping block for this year in general.
Can you name them?
I can. Zach Taylor from the Bengals.
Yeah, he's definitely on the chopping block. Yep. Joe Burrow getting injured so much. He took a one-day Joe Flacco and almost made a win out of it, Tony. So the guy can coach.
True. That's true. True. Todd Bowles from the Buccaneers.
He should not be on the chopping block because he has been in Tampa Bay for so long that it sets a precedence down there of stability. Okay. And you need stability with a franchise. He's had Super Bowl success as well. And Baker Mayfield didn't regress at all with him there. But, they're going to look at him the same way they looked at Lovie Smith, black successful coach that had maybe a bumpy season last year. They didn't make the playoffs. They should have made the playoffs. No Mike Evans. Okay.
No Mike Evans. Yeah.
Ikabuka was asked to do a lot as rookie and did a lot.
He did phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I had him in fantasy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought he was the best wide receiver in the draft besides Golden. Him and Golden. Golden came on a little bit later on in the season, but nothing immediate. Nothing. As good as he should have been. But who's the next one, Tony?
Nick Sirianni.
Why Philly? Why are you doing this? Why do you do this to every year? Every year you do this. Every year. But you know what? That's legitimate then. It's legitimate because it's Philly. And it wouldn't be, if it was any other franchise, it would not be legitimate at all. Go ahead.
Where they have the right people in the right places and still can't get anywhere. Unfortunately. Kevin Stefanski from the Browns.
He already moved on. He's the Atlanta Falcons head coach right now. He's got a new start. He should have been fired after suppressing Shedeur Sanders, or at least the look that he was suppressing Shedeur Sanders. You got nothing to play for. And you can't do like a split time between him and Dylan Gabriel, who, by the way, Dylan Gabriel wasn't like, oh my God, this guy is so amazing. No way we bench him. No, he was like, oh my God, this guy's fucking below average. He's definitely a rookie quarterback. And So let's see what Shador can do. That's like the right. Am I right, Drew? Like, let's just throw him in there. See what, and then if Shador is doing nothing, hey, put Dylan Gabriel back in there. See what he can do.
Shador made the Pro Bowl. The least
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah.
It's the Pro Bowl's popularity contest.
It really is. Yeah.
That wasn't even the worst. A couple of years ago, like the Ravens backup made the Pro Bowl after only playing in like 2 games.
Oh my God.
Tyler Huntley, I think.
Was that who it was?
I think so.
Oh
He
my
played
God.
like 2 games for the Ravens, started 2 games and made the Pro Bowl.
That's funny.
Yeah.
How about
Nobody wants
Dave
to play in the
Canales
Pro
from the
Bowl.
Panthers, Kev?
No, Panthers made the playoffs, so Dave Canales, and they made it very competitive against the Rams. I think they actually should have won that game. They were a little nervous coming in there. And by the way, they were happy to be there. The Panthers were happy to be there. Kevin O'Connell, Sparky says, Kevin O'Connell. Oh, Sparky, I think the first brick is gone from Minnesota, and that would be the GM. Because Kevin O'Connell has been able to coach Kirk Cousins as an elite quarterback. Okay. Sam Darnold as an elite quarterback. Carson, and then a mix this year of Carson Wentz, J.J. McCarthy, and we'll just call it a dude that went to the College of Minnesota, the old Gophers quarterback, and then said like, hey, guys, I'm still here in Minnesota if you need me. And they're like, get over here. Throw for 93 yards. Just, we'll figure it out. Good coach, wouldn't do it. Anybody else, Tony?
One more on the list, of course, Shane Steichen.
I would.
From the Colts.
That'd be the worst move the Colts could ever make.
Well, he was they expected to be in the playoffs. They put a lot of pressure on the head coach in order to get him to that point.
I would give honorable
when he didn't perform.
Honorable mention to D'Amico Ryans.
Texans are balling this year.
Yeah, balling out of the first round every year.
Yeah.
Every year. Boom, right out of the first round. CJ Stroud looks like a child. He hasn't gotten any further in his development. And D'Amico Ryans, whenever they're asking him about CJ Stroud, he gives the Mike Tomlin response like, look at our defense. Injuries, Texans plus Colts, Sparky says, and Sparky is correct. The Texans don't have Tank Dell. They don't have Tank Dell. That's a big loss, okay? If anyone's watched this kid play for Houston, he is speed, lightning fast. Holy crap. So you're missing that aspect. Then the one kid they had on there that, oh, God, I think they gave him to the Eagles, and the Eagles eventually cut him. He had cancer or something like that. It was just a tragic. Who's that?
Nico Collins got hurt also for the Falcons.
Yeah, Nico Collins got hurt as well. Yeah. I had him for fantasy
what do you think's going to happen to the Giants?
They're going to fail with Jackson Dart. I would give the Raiders everything for Fernando Mendoza. I really would.
How about the what is it? The Indiana Bears?
Yeah.
Aha. The Indiana Bears. Way to go,
Indiana
Chicago. The Bloods and the Crips decided to not give the stadium money because the city of Chicago's all out of money due to the needle exchange program. They are funding that 100%. So the city of Chicago is obviously on the side of shitbags that live in Chicago instead of a national football team that has been there since day one. The city of Chicago is taking the Chicago Bears for granted, and Indiana's like, maybe we have 2 teams. The Gary Bears. The Gary Indiana Bears. There, it rhymes, will be the Gary Bears. Drew, your take on the Gary Bears and what will happen in the future with them.
As long as Jaden Daniels keeps being better than Caleb Williams, I don't give a fuck what the Bears do.
Well, he is
That's
obviously
true.
not.
That's true.
They are having identical strides. Good year, bad year, good year,
don't
bad
care
year,
for
good.
that one bit. Drake May's ahead of both of them.
Drake May goes to the Super Bowl, and everyone's like, "Hey, Tom, who are you rooting for?" He's like, "Fuck off."
And last year when Jaden Daniels did so well, it was like, at least we got the good quarterback in this draft.
Well, you know, you
1
guys,
year
you
later,
guys,
it's like, fuck.
you guys got no. Hold on now. Now you guys got two good quarterbacks in one draft before. You had RG3
True,
and
yeah.
you had Kirk Cousins. So it's not
Oh,
like you're
yeah.
you guys don't have much of a quarterback drought going on. In my
They didn't
opinion, you
lead
had
to any playoff wins.
no. Listen, Sam Howells wasn't even doing bad for you guys. Sam Howells was actually showing some spark. I'm like, this isn't a.
That's like having the
bad
Bills
quarterback.
curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bills act like they have the best quarterback in the league, Josh Allen, but you need a whole team. Sean McDermott, I feel like he shouldn't have been fired. There was nothing he did wrong coaching wise, in my opinion. I just think that it was kind of time. They've spun their wheels on him before, and the team needed to have the illusion of change with in-house Brady getting the head coaching spot. How do you feel about that, Drew?
It's wild. I mean, he was on the not the Bengals, the LSU, and Joe Burrow was there, right?
Yeah.
So he's had like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Yeah, give him a shot, I guess. Like I agree with you. Like Sean McDermott being fired was like, he had pretty good run as coach there. But like, if they really think Joe Brady is the guy, then they're doing it. The Commanders did something similar. Like our offensive coordinator now is some guy I'd never heard of. But after like Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay and all them were in the building and then got away, it's like, all right, I don't hate to promote from within some guy I've never heard of. I hope it works out.
They were talking about the Commanders like, oh, a bunch of basketball guys got in there one day and thought they could draft for football. What a bunch of idiots. So they have like one of the best drafts they've had in a while because these basketball guys can't listen. If you fucking watch tape enough, and I mean, you just watch it, you know the players that are popping on tape. And then you see these other guys where the Bengals are drafting a dude that doesn't have one college football sack in the first round, and then he goes ahead and says, like, oh, by the way, I want guaranteed money. Dude's got to go fuck himself. I love how Jerry Jones told Micah Parsons go fuck himself. You know, there's something about Penn State edge rushers that they get a little tick in their head, and
little lettuce brain.
Something's going on. Abdul Carter, where he's like, hey, I want LT's jersey. Dude, if you want LT's jersey, go down to the Florida trailer that he's living in right now and watch him
Sell it to you.
And watch him throw 12-year-old dead prostitutes at you, fucking like the cat lady from The Simpsons. You get that jersey off him, man. You can fucking have it because you won't get it off him. He'll fucking eat your he'll kill your mom just to smoke a bowl out of her skull. You know, like the guy ain't fucking around, all right?
Usually true.
He's one of the reasons why they have medicinal crack in Florida now.
Let's talk about your we lost a little track, Kevin. Little track.
We did. We tend to do that sometimes.
So your website, of course, ungambled.com, right?
Yes.
How could what do people have to do once they get there in order to do this hedge betting?
So you're going to get the best results if you actually have never sports bet before, which is a little counterintuitive because that means you've got a bunch of brand new accounts to open. And then the main thing the app does is use the bonuses to get you more bonuses. So if you're starting completely from scratch, you're going to get basically a perfect runway through that. If you've already got sportsbook accounts, you could still do it. You just got to sort of taper your expectations back a little bit. But yeah, depending on what state you're in, if you're in Pennsylvania, first time sports betting, you can probably make $5,000 to $10,000 in about 6 to 8 weeks with basically no financial risk.
Now, is this prime time sports betting, or do you do like? I know there's like a lull, you know, in some sports. So like
March Madness is not a lull.
March Madness is not a lull.
Thank you. I was like, okay,
No. I'm just saying in general. You know, there's like, oh, you're playing, you know, baseball versus baseball, or you're playing football versus football, or you're doing like,
Baseball
you're
gets a
doing
little
hockey
monotonous
games
over the
or
summer.
doing.
Where's your app? I'm trying to locate it on Apple. Is it on Apple or no?
No, we're not in the app stores because they take 30% of company revenue.
Where is it then? I'm looking for the website. Ungamble.
www.ungambled.com.
Yep.
Ungambled.com, right?
GAMBLED.
That's the part. Ungambled.com.
It's got the D.
Yeah.
The D. Everything's better with the D, Kevin.
Yeah, damn right it is, right? That's what I hear. Okay, the easiest side hustle. Okay. Bet sharp, look square. Keep sportsbooks happy while you stay profitable. Every sharp bettor faces the same inevitable problems. Your success triggers detection that limits and eventually kills your accounts. Ungambled provides systematic strategies to camouflage your edge behind square patterns, raising your account limits and extending your account longevity. I love this concept, Drew. Love it right off the bat. Now start winning now. Book a demo as featured in is all in this. The Wall Street Journal has published you guys saying consultants report making 100 grand per year from using new account bonuses. Business of betting. I wish this existed 7 years ago when I was signing up because I did not do it correctly. You have 4.5 out of 5-star review from BetSmart Reviewed. If you are a professional bettor, the cost is absolutely justified. A single clean recreational account could be worth $10K what Ungambled charges. Why choose Ungambled? Drew, I'm guessing you made this because you're sick and tired of sports gambling sites screwing over everybody with fake lines, bullshit. Somebody gets like a 20-leg parlay and then they say, oh, by the way, this was just for entertainment. Fuck you, we're not paying you. Read the terms of agreement.
That's bullshit, yeah.
Am I right? Is that why you made something like this? Just to get back at them the way that they need to be brought to terms.
A little bit of that, and a little bit of just they're giving away free money, and I'm trying to take it, and I'm trying to spread the wealth.
Take the money. Take the money, man. Take the money. It says, why choose Ungambled? We've simplified advanced sports betting strategies to deliver maximum profits with minimal effort. Earn 10K plus from extra sports bonuses only offered squares, stealth protocols, account longevity. How Ungambled works, we strategically hedge bonuses using square bets to raise your limits, extend your account life, and get you extra bonus. Oh my God. Frequently asked questions. Will I have more money? No, that's not one of them, but still. How quickly do sports books detect winning bettors? How does Ungambled? Guys, by the way, go to ungambled.com. Can't stress that D enough, capitalized. Anyways, go there. And you're going to see how much can I win using Ungambled systems. It's important to understand that legal online sports betting in the USA is still rapidly evolving and your mileage will vary. That said, our historic data shows users can win 10K to 20K from hedging bonuses and 50K from hedging. Now, what he means by hedging bonuses is the bonus, they say, bam, we're going to give you an extra 30% bonus. So if you bet one way on 30%, X amount of dollars, you can bet the opposite way without the bonus, be right, and whatever overlap happens from that way. Now, make sure that the snake does not eat its own tail scenario. That gets a little tricky. You might want to know a little something about sports. That does help. But with their system here, it says you don't need to know.
Is that needed for this app, Drew?
Now, Drew, this says your system says you don't need to know shit about fuck. You get money.
Verbatim, that's what it says.
You guys are on LinkedIn and
that's the beauty of it too. Like, is you don't have to know about sports. You just have to know, hey, do I like money?
Hey, what is this all about? Do I need to? This is one of your fucking frequently asked questions. Do I need to lose money intentionally? No, of course not. We use hedging strategies to keep all your bets profitable. So hedging is a little bit of a strategy of losing, but also winning. So as long as you're winning more than what you're losing, you are profiting. So I could see how that is. What if I'm already flagged as sharp? Unfortunately, our strategies don't work if you're already flagged as sharp. Now, sharp is an acronym standing for what there, Drew?
It's not an acronym. It's just it's their way of saying like a bettor who's going to win long term. That's what sharp means. Yep.
Man. And why are gambling apps allowed to get away with cutting off people who are winning too much?
It's a good question. So that's just kind of the way the sports books have historically been run.
It's a losing battle if you're always winning.
So like there's a couple of different ways you can run like financial operations like that. A sports book, like there's a house. You're betting against FanDuel directly. You're betting against DraftKings directly. That's not how like stocks work, right? The way stocks work is there's an exchange, and like you say you want to buy a stock, they match you up with somebody who wants to sell the stock, and like they're just
the dark
middleman.
It's the dark pool, yeah.
Yeah, and so there are a couple of like Sportrade's one, Novig's one, ProfitX is one that have that model where there's middlemen and they just match up people who want to bet against each other. That one is probably going to be around a lot longer than like the FanDuel like bet against the house model, but just because like technology and AI is getting so good that like the house edge is just going to go away in the long run. But historically, when AI and technology were not that good, if you were the house and you were able to come up with prices for the different markets, odds better than your customers, then you may run a good business doing a sports book.
Now, is the not to say is your app based upon AI comparison, or is it just like is it like real information right there when you need it?
Yeah, we mostly do arbitrage, and the name of the game of arbitrage is speed. And so AI is like fast at most things, but not fast enough for what we needed to do. So we've got like a highly optimized piece of software for performance. So it's like you detect the arbitrage, and then you got to go and you got to get both of your bets down basically before anybody else does, because it's a guaranteed profit and other people also want that. And so it's like a kind of a feeding frenzy all day, every day right now.
So when in the app, does it tell you, like, not necessarily when to place the app, but or when to place the bet, but does it tell you when to place the bet? Not to say at an exact time or frequency, but how to do it.
Yeah, so we make it as easy as possible to place both bets. We tell you exactly what they are, which sports books they're at, what the odds are, how much you need to bet. The idea is you don't have to think for yourself at all. You just follow simple instructions and you make thousands and thousands of dollars. So
which is why this is easy money.
That's the idea. I said this before. It's very difficult to market. Like a podcast is one of the places where I can be like this is actually real. It does work this way. You're not going to kick me off Google ads or Facebook ads or whatever for something that sounds like a scam. But
let's see if we got anybody in the comments real quick. If anybody is commenting right now, if they want any betting advice. This is life-changing stuff right here. I mean, honestly, it's not much of a glitch in the system. Numbers are not always made perfect. And when betting bonuses are introduced, now you got a little bit of lift to the curtain. Okay. Mm-hmm. I use betting bonuses constantly, especially with the per game bonuses. And I've done a little bit of what you're kind of talking about, because the line in these games sometimes moves a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So when the line moves, when you do your bet and it's way ahead of schedule, say like 4 days from the actual game time, and a player gets injured, now you can bet the opposite way.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes down to how much you are betting against your initial bet to see if you're going to make some money or not. And when you do combinations of these and you really rack the numbers, there's chances to make a lot of real money. if you got some heavy stacks of cash to begin with. I would suggest that's a really, don't start this process unless you don't expect to make $50,000 unless you have $5,000 ready to roll. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, we recommend having at least 10,000 to start.
Yeah,
because well, if you do it right, FanDuel especially will start sending you like $1,000 deposit bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
And like they make them so short. They'll send them to you at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're like, you've got until 10 p.m. to use this $1,000 deposit bonus.
Oh, wow.
And so like you got to have the extra money ready to roll right then and there. So I missed one of them that was $750 just because like I didn't check my email that day, and like I looked the next day first thing in the morning. I was like, fuck, this expired. It was just $750 sitting there in an email.
Yeah, so having money is
check during the right window. What were you saying?
It's lagging a little bit. No, there he is. He's totally frozen. All right. So when you get this, let's say this email from whichever company, like, is that their money, or are they asking you just to bet that amount of money and then they'll match?
There's a couple of different ways they format it, but it's coming out of their marketing, right? They're saying here's a bonus because they want you to keep betting on their platform instead of going to their competitors. And sort of the way it works is like whoever has the biggest marketing budget ends up doing the best in the beginning. So like FanDuel and DraftKings spent the most money marketing, and like now they're 80 or 90% of all bets go through them or something.
Okay.
Whereas like Wynn Casinos in Vegas is well established, well known casino. They had a sports book, and it only lasted for like a year or 2 years. Perfectly good sports book, worked the same as all the rest of them, but like they just didn't have enough people betting there for it to be like worth it for them. Because FanDuel and DraftKings were sucking up all the like regular customers.
Oh yeah, of course. So they're like the majors, and then you have like winning.com,
there's like
and you have like there's a literal million.
Yeah.
Even in Pennsylvania, I know there's Pennsylvania Sportsbook. There's what was that?
There's a ton of them, and then there's like different degrees of sportsbook almost. Like I said,
yeah.
Like there's exchanges. There's like daily fantasy where like you buy coins and then you bet with the coins, and then you can convert the coins to cash. It's like that's the same thing with extra steps. Polymarket, Kalshi, it's all the same shit.
I know Kalshi's grown some huge momentum coming forward now, and they're talking about like betting on the weather, or like betting on like random shit, like total.
They start posting markets for the weather. I'll start arbitraging weather markets. Give me the opportunity, I dare you.
That's crazy. But there's like money to make, and that's
yeah. So you think the temperature tomorrow is going to be over under 40 degrees. All right, well, if someone gives me a good price on over and a good price on under, and I can make $1, then
holy cow. Holy cow. Like, go figure, and not to say go figure, but it's there's a lot of shit in the markets. A lot of places that you can go to, and especially for your app, go to the app, check it out. Not to say even your guaranteed money. Put your guaranteed money.
As close as you get.
Yeah, and just for not even doing nothing, but you're literally doing nothing. But yeah, it's. Oh Jesus! Kevin's already discontinued in the chat.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, done.
I might have to call it here soon too. I gotta go to bed.
No, we're gonna wrap it up anyways. But yeah, go to www.ungambled.com. Check it out. I believe there's a one-time fee. They have a one-time fee, and then you have like a lifetime fee.
There's a one-time fee. You get lifetime access.
Lifetime access.
Right. Yeah. How much is that fee, if you don't mind saying out loud?
Self-service, meaning you sign up, you do everything yourself, is $999. Our value proposition is that we will win you at least $1,000 in bonuses that you would not have otherwise gotten by using our software.
Okay.
And then above that, we have a consulting option for $2,500. And so that gets you access to the software and it gets you access to one-on-one training. And that has the same value prop. We'll win you at least $2,500 in bonuses you would not otherwise get because we have a guy who's going to hold your hand the entire 6 to 8 week process and make sure you're placing everything right. Because the reality of it is, if you're doing it by yourself for the first time, you're going to
You
make
should automatically
mistakes.
be there.
Yeah. Well, you're going to make mistakes, and those mistakes are going to cost you thousands of dollars of bonuses, but you're not going to realize it because you don't know they're mistakes because you haven't done it before. And so you get somebody who knows what to look for, who sort of, has cut through the jungle before. You find a lot more stuff. You end up winning a lot more.
And especially what you said before, like as far as like missing an email, or if you're
exactly,
you're doing something in general and you're just like, oh man, shit, I missed my opportunity. If you get a helper, you won't miss that opportunity. They'll instruct you on, be like, hey, you should get this email. You should be getting this, from this company, from this sports book, from this, blah, 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 blah. Take advantage of it, because if you do, then you're going to make so much more excess money.
Exactly. So it's like, here's, you're on day 6 of doing this. Here's your plan. Here's what to look for. Check your emails. And like, just having that extra structure goes a long way because you're not missing the emails with $1,000 in them that you only have 6 hours to open and use. And like, you've got your bankroll prepared in advance. And like, when you do get that email, you're one button click away from that $1,000. Like a lot of
now, people feel stupid, and not to say people feel stupid. People feel stupid when it comes to betting because they're like, oh well, maybe this isn't for me. I'm kind of throwing my money away. I don't know what the investment on return, an IOR is. What am I gonna get if I invest $2,000?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get $2,000 back.
Yeah.
Plus, you'll get more as you happen to go along.
Well, not only that, Tony, the people that have been gambling, maybe you're successful some weeks, maybe you're unsuccessful other weeks. Stop wanting to be right just because you think that you're right. I get it. Like, hey, I got a 5-game parlay. I was right. Who the fuck cares? The main attraction of gambling is money and getting a lot of it. And the success rate of 100% can't be looked at in the face and said, well, I also have a system, because that kind of arrogance gets you a divorce and a bankruptcy and a couple other fucking terrible things. Maybe your dad's dead like Michael Jordan's dad, and the fucking, while he's fishing, you don't go fishing without Joe Pesci if you're a black guy in fucking North Carolina, right? No, there was a bad movie, Gone Fishing. Man. Danny Glover, Joe Pesci. The studio still had their rights, but Mel Gibson's rights were gone. So they're like, okay, we were going to make Lethal Weapon 5. But no Mel Gibson. Let's just have them fish together and call it a comedy. Who would ever think a short Italian guy? It's awful.
That sounds like it's not a good bet, Kevin.
No, watch it. You can bet that's a piece of shit of a movie that you will hate every moment of, Tony. Every moment. Have you ever seen the movie Gone Fishing, Drew?
I have not, but
well, if you did, Drew, if you saw that movie, that look on your face of life wouldn't be there. You'd say to yourself, man, you'd have a look like this, like
you'd be done just like we are with this podcast.
Done right now. Yeah.
Sorry about the people were going to reach out to you, Drew. How would they do it, sir?
Ungambled.com. We have a school community. It's SKOOL. LinkedIn's good, but other than that, I'm not really on a whole lot of social media. So website's the spot, probably. Discord. I have Discord.
That's all right. Guys, we are the Podguyz Podcast. Sparky, where can you happen to find us?
You can find us on every single major streaming platform, including iHeart, Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, Castbox, Pocket Cast, Geo,
Facebook
Live Video, Google, YouTube, Damn,
Damn, you guys are everywhere.
iHeart,
Everywhere.
Amazon.
Look for us wherever you stream your favorite podcasts, of course.
Look in the comments. We have it now in the comments of ungambled.com for all your, if you want to just not watch the podcast and click the goddamn link, well, that's your prerogative. You can also go fuck yourself. No. It's a really good shortcut that you guys are doing. You're going to make a lot of money. I'm sure you've already made a lot of money on this, Drew. You don't look like you have much of a worry in the world right now. You look super focused, and I love it.
Appreciate it.
You know that you got success right there when you got a black and white picture behind you in a white room. Trust me, I know.
Mine's the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. The original one where she had to plug her nose because it was very smelly in Renaissance times. They didn't shower. So they were like, all right.
Zero showering. Guys, we're the Podguyz Podcast. Every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary.
Of course, the ever-loving Picasso.
Great, Sparky.
Nah.
Guys, we'll catch you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Have a great night.